Slothfox.
So it's total second child syndrome.
Oh God.
Feralness.
Yeah.
Absolute feralness.
I think we're gonna get that with first child. To be honest, he's a madman. Absolute madman.
Well, I'm here for all tips and tricks.
I'm gonna need you, bro. Gonna need you.
Mate, at one point this weekend, I had literally my legs wrapped around Miles and sat cross legged so he couldn't move just to keep him down in one place.
Got to do what you gotta do, don't you?
What have we got? Like, literally, if I could get him in the figure four leg lock, I'd have done that. Do you know what I mean?
What about the sharpshooter? Did you manage? Could you think you could
His
lock him in
legs
the
are too, his
sharpshooter?
legs are too small. You know what I mean? I
Fair
know.
enough. Fair enough. Boston crab.
Oh, I've done the Boston Crab on him, man. Yeah, I've done that. Teaching him how to do a sleeper hold on Steph the other day as well,
Oh yeah.
and lifting the arm to do the $1 million dream.
It makes all the difference, man. Lifting that arm makes all the
No.
difference. A
Wait,
million
he's gonna
dollar
go into
difference.
nursery. He's gonna go into nursery, like just wrap his arm around and go
Choking.
sleep.
Yeah, choking everyone out. Oh my days. Right, let's
It's
get through this so we can chill out with some No Man's Sky. Oh,
yes. Oh God, I have
right.
my list.
We're back. List me, baby, one more time.
I'm yeah.
I might actually put the intro on this one. I need to find the intro, to be honest. I don't know what I did with it. But
Just looked it from one of the old ones.
we're back. Volume 2.
Like, mm-hmm.
Mario and Sonic. Awesome
Yes,
songs and tracks
and now,
from.
and now we're on home turf.
We're on home turf.
We're on home
You
turf.
are on Turf Mario.
Mario.
I'm on Turf Sonic.
I know.
And I am buzzing about my 5 picks. I'm well chuffed with my 5 picks.
I did listen to them, and there is some that I do recognise.
Yes. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Some. There's one that I'm like,
I think I know which one, but it's cool. It's
it's
cool.
cool. It's cool. I'm still unsure about it.
They're not my 5 favorites. They're just 5 that I
No,
really
they are
like.
five. They are
But
five
like,
good songs.
I don't want to
Mm.
pull out the super obvious ones in our first
Oh,
outing.
oh, oh! You don't want to blow your load so
I
too quick.
definitely don't want to blow my load this early.
My
Because,
my low's been blown.
oh, you going big boys? Who's the
Well,
big
I'm
boys?
fucking this and Sonic went straight for the top.
No, I had to do it with Mario. Mind you, I think I went a little obscurer than even I thought with Mario, but
I mean, that Game
I
Boy
just,
one was a good poll. I didn't even
yeah.
remember that.
But that's just one of the games I played when I was a kid. That was
Hmm.
one of my Mario
Hmm.
games. So
Hmm. No,
um,
no,
I
I was
did,
impressed.
I,
Thoroughly impressed.
I did. Thank you. I did find Mario songs quite a difficult challenge. I'm going to be honest. Um,
Hmm. I found it a challenge as well.
yeah, well, I think with Mario, it's like the soundtracks are almost like one piece. Like the game itself, the soundtrack of the game is what makes those Mario games special, as opposed to individual songs. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
Super Mario
yeah.
Galaxy, people rave about the Galaxy soundtrack. Super Mario.
Oh, and it is. I mean, I've got two songs from Galaxy. Seeing as you thinking my Docs. So I had to go back to the Galaxy well. But I mean,
Sauce.
Mario
Diadox is
Galaxy
a tune.
is a tune. Did you listen to that remix one?
I did. Yeah,
Fucking banging in
it's
it. It's
really
so good.
cool. Yeah.
Uh,
I was even sort of listening to it thinking, it can't be that good. It can't. It's Diadox, and then it's just gonna be chill, and then it just goes like chaotic.
1 minute 30 just
Yeah,
hits. Boosh.
yeah.
That's
It's
it.
awesome.
That is good.
Yeah, it was
But
class.
no, I've had to go back to the Mario Galaxy soundtrack, and it's easily the best soundtrack of any Mario game
See that, and that's
ever.
what everyone says. So I
Mhm.
do
Have
want
you
to.
played it?
I've played.
You played a bit, didn't
I've
you?
played like a quarter of it, if that. It is
Hmm.
really good. I
Oh,
just
you
can't stick
streamed it,
with
didn't
it.
you? You
Yeah, I
streamed it. I
streamed
remember
it
you
for a
started
little bit.
streaming it. You need to finish it.
That was my thing of, oh, if I stream it, it means I'll keep going with it, and it's like it's still, it didn't happen.
No, I
But
know, I
it's
know.
not
But
it's
you
not a
do, you do.
dislike. It's not a dislike in the game. It's just I find it difficult to stick with it. It is really good. I like the
Mm-hmm.
premise of it, and they
See, when you
change it
get
up
to the
again, don't they?
challenges, at the end, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, next
It's like
level.
it's proper platforming. And there's one particular song which I've got here. The level for that is like, oh.
Whoa.
It's probably the hardest level in the game, but it's so worth it when you actually complete it. Like the
Yeah,
challenge, it's so worth it. Like it
and
just feels so good.
at least you got a decent song
Mate,
to
you've
listen
got a
to while you
fucking
play.
banging song. Like you've
Whoa,
got a
there we go
banging
then.
song. Uh-huh.
Right, are you gonna hit us off then? Mario
Right.
One
Okay.
from the
I
Mario
will.
guy.
I'm gonna go. Are you ready? This is left field.
I
This is
don't know
very
if I
left
am.
field.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Right. It's the Super Mario Brothers 2 Overworld theme, but
Ooh,
from Super Mario All Stars.
oh, that's just
The Super Mario All Stars was a remake as like a of Super Mario 1, 2, and 3 and the
yeah,
Lost Levels.
this like a SNES remake, wasn't it?
But yeah, it's a SNES remake. So it's the exact same games, but just like on SNES graphics, so like Super Mario World style graphics.
Mm.
And obviously, in doing that, they redid all the songs with the SNES sound chip. But Super Mario Brothers 2 Overworld from that is probably it was also the main song that they used in the cartoon as well. So it kind of has that semblance, and then the fact that I never played Super Mario Brothers 2 until I got All Stars. So playing this and hearing that theme tune and recognizing it from the cartoon, I was like, this is such a good song. And it's a good song. It's the main Mario song that everyone knows.
Okay, so I'll
It's
I'll
not
know
like
it. I can't hear it in my own head now, but
aye,
I'll
when
know
you
it.
go have a search for it,
I
you'll
will
see
do.
it. But it is the main Mario song. It's not like the din 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 din. It's not
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one, but it's the main like sort of like background Mario
Yeah,
song that everyone knows.
there's an Overworld song I can hear in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm wondering if it's that one. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
sing it out too loud in case I wake baby up.
No,
But
no, that's fair.
yeah, but
Well, you
I'm
can edit. You can edit in now. Like yes, it was, or no, it wasn't.
damn it, I was wrong. Yeah, I actually whatever the Overworld song is, whether it's the right one or the wrong one, I was
Mm-hmm.
also considering putting in my list.
Yeah.
So if it is the one that I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking of, I now don't
And
have
it's a
that
good
for
one.
I don't have that for the next one if I'm doing more Mario songs in the future.
Ooh, are we going
But
to do this in the future again, or
oh, see how many we can do. Um,
you bleed the songs dry?
yeah, worth it. Hey, there's so many Sonic songs I can do. Honest to God.
To be fair, there are probably more Sonic songs than there are Mario ones.
Oh,
To be fair,
can we just make them exclusive Sonic videos in future? Can we just
if you want,
10
I'll
Sonic
not.
songs a video.
Oh,
Oh.
God.
Let me go with Sonic now, will you?
Anyway, on you go.
On I go. We're going with Sonic CD. Stardust Speedway. With probably one of the coolest Sonic themes.
That's oh yeah.
It's such a tune. And
It's a good tune.
the Americans never got it until Sonic Generations.
Why did they have a different soundtrack?
Because the Americans are stupid, aren't they? And it's a tragic, terrible soundtrack as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
awful. Because
Yeah.
I played Sonic CD for the first time when it got re-released on the PlayStation 3 when we
And
were in
so did I.
college.
Yeah, I remember you were like, you need to get it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And
Mhm.
it's really good, and it gives you the option of the European and Japanese soundtrack or the American one.
Mhm.
And I played it with both. The American one makes you feel like you want to slit your own wrists and kill yourself. It's horrible. It's really dire. It is a tragic, tragic soundtrack. It's got one of the most haunting Robotnik themes in the world, and it just
Okay.
it's horrifying.
You can insert it in here now. Let me hear it.
And the Japanese one is like the most Japanese sounding soundtrack in the world, and it's so upbeat and buzzing and and it's just so much
It's
better.
proper Sonic theme.
Yeah, it's more of a Sonic soundtrack to play the game with, and it's just fun to have in the background. And like Stardust Speedway is probably it's not my favorite soundtrack of all the Sonic games. It's probably near the bottom, Sonic CD, but Stardust Speedway's Bad Future version of the song is like one of the coolest tracks in the world.
It's, so there's like different songs for the like the past,
Yeah.
the present, and the
So
future, good and bad.
there's a past version of a song, and then there's a good and bad future versions of the songs.
Jeez.
Yeah. So there's a lot to the soundtrack, like which fair dues, but
I mean, I never knew how to get the bad or good
it's
future. I just
not
literally
easy.
ran. I just ran through the level and whatever I got was
Yeah.
whatever I got.
It's like Sonic CD's far from one of my favorite Sonic games, but like the whole premise of that you can time travel and you can alter the future of these levels, worlds, or whatever. And then when you get to the third act and you've either done everything that you need to do or you've not done everything, so you get the bad future or the good future, and then you just get, obviously, if it's good future, it's all nicer looking and you get quite a jolly sort of song to beat Robotnik to. But if you don't do what you need to do, then you get like the bad thing and everything's dark and gloomy and dead and horrible. But like,
I need to play that again. Actually,
yeah, it's worth jumping on again.
mm-hmm.
But the bad future of Stardust Speedway is like the sort of iconic Metal Sonic theme, because you always fight him at Stardust Speedway. And then I sent you last week the Sonic Mania version of this song, which is like, for me, it's like a better version of the song. It's quite hardcore, and the boss fight in Mania is amazing. But like, just I wanted to keep it sort of simple and just give Sonic CD a bit of props.
A bit of love.
Yeah, because it's the only one I'm probably going to pick from Sonic CD. But like, it is, for me, it's very high up on my favourite Sonic songs list. It's just such a cool theme. It's such a cool theme.
Well,
and yeah,
it is good. I thoroughly enjoyed going through the 5% through this afternoon.
good. I'm glad you did.
And I do recognize. I did recognize. That was definitely one that I did recognize.
I think the next two, my next three are all obscure, but I love them. I love them.
As long as you love them, that's all that matters. It's your show.
Someone has to, and I do.
Right. Okay.
Mario.
I will go next, and I will go. I'm going to go the end credits theme for Super Mario World.
Okay. Never heard it because I never got there.
But you will have heard it because I used it in my video for our end of year video.
Did you?
Video game. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll have definitely heard it from that.
Yeah.
I was going through Super Mario World and like I'm thinking like Super Mario World's got loads of songs. And I was going through the soundtrack and I was like,
Don't know this one.
they don't sound the same as what I remember them. It's like that Mandela effect where I'm remembering songs and they sound similar to the songs, but like there's something different about them. And I was gonna choose the Bowser battle at the end because like it's a fucking really good tune in my head. But when I was listening to the soundtrack on YouTube, I was like, this is the song. This is not the song.
Maybe you need to be in the moment.
I think in my head it's like it was a far faster sort of like song, but in this YouTube video it was like really slow, and I was just like, don't. So I just did decide to do, but I had to represent Super Mario World because it's probably the most near perfect Super Mario game, and I had to represent it. And the ending credits is the best song on that.
Is it like quite a downbeat thing, like chilled out sort of song? Or...
No, it's quite happy and thingy. And the video, the end credits, I think it is Mario and Yoshi walking back through the whole Super Mario World, so through all the different zones. And when we did the year-end video, I was doing the credits, and I had Mario and Yoshi walking on the bottom of the screen. And it was this tune that I
You
had
did.
it to. So of course I did, yeah. So I had to have this said because yeah, even just the fact that knowing that you finished the game is quite a. It's not a hard game to beat, but when once you get there and you hear this on the way, you're just like, it's a happy tune. You're like, yeah, no, I've beat it. I've beat a good game. Do you know what I mean? And you just cruise with it. It's
I
good.
love that about like, don't want to throw Sonic in straight away while you're talking about Mario, but
No, what are you?
when you finish Sonic 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
Knuckles, they all have a similar sort of credit sequence of you see a bit of the credits, credit the people, and then it will
Mm-hmm.
show Sonic in each world that you've just beaten doing little bits and bobs. And it's just like it was nice as a kid watching that, thinking, I earned this win, and it's showing me
Yeah,
everything that I did to get
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
win.
yeah.
And then
Yeah.
it shows then Sonic running with his pals and that, running with all the birds and the
Mhm.
animals, and then he's celebrating that he's won, and it's like
Yeah,
that's how you do an
yeah,
ending splash screen
yeah.
sort of thing, whatever
Well,
they call it.
the thing is, it's like it's an adventure, isn't it? They start off at one place and they
Mm,
get to the end, and then they have to make their way back.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like
by the
that
way.
sort of like it's like real world, isn't it? It's like realistic. Do you know what I mean? If we go somewhere, we've got to end up going back home.
Yeah,
So your end credits are you traveling back home, and
mm.
they're just it
And
does it, yeah.
you just don't get like video games ending like that anymore. I don't feel like
Yeah,
you don't get games like these anymore anyway. Your platformers, your
true.
mascots and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, it's
But
true.
like apart from this new Astro Bot, whatever it's called,
Hmm.
it's amazing because it's so like such a throwback to these old school games.
And a lot of people were saying like
It's
it is a
so
proper
good.
retro
It's
platformer.
so
Yeah,
good. I just want to
yeah.
keep playing it. It's so fun. Um,
I'll get it eventually.
yeah, it's honestly it's so worth it. It's
I'll
just proper old school
I'll wait till the
platformy.
PlayStation 6 comes out and it'll go down.
Don't know. Don't know about that. Right, so
That's fair.
like how you did the
Hmm.
your Super Mario All Starsy thing, I'm doing something
Yeah.
similar with this one because
Ooh.
I've gone for me it's from Sonic
Mhm.
Generations, but I
Okay.
believe it's actually from Sonic 06, which is universally loved and everyone,
Great,
oh, it's so
great
good.
game.
Yeah,
Great game.
top tier, Oscar worthy. It's the level's called Crisis City, but I've gone for Act
Mhm.
2.
Is that when the city's underwater?
No, it's when
Oh,
the
it's
city's on
underwater.
fire.
Oh, I don't know that one then.
That's I just remember it as the fire city
No,
level.
I always remember it as a level where the city's underwater. That might have been Sonic Adventure. That might be Sonic
Underwater
Adventure actually.
city.
It's like a city, like it's like a tidal waves hit the city and the city's underwater. It's not underwater, but like it's
Oh, right,
skyscrapers and buildings are like being in the water.
no, this is like
But
everything's just on fire. It's to me, it's like a shadow level. It's like something you'd find in Shadow the Hedgehog. But like the
yeah.
level's not amazing. It was fine in Sonic Generations from what I remember.
Mhm.
I don't know what it's like in Sonic 06,
Probably
but
doesn't work to
it's
be
got
honest.
one
It's
of
like
the it's got one of the coolest like
hmm hmm
themes, like one of the coolest songs, and it's quite there's like an orchestral side to it as well. There's definitely like your violins and stuff like that in it, which it just adds a bit of something different
yeah,
to what you
yeah.
normally get from a Sonic song. But
It's fair.
it's still in its core feels like a Sonic song, just a bit more sort of like God of War-ish, and it's like it just suited the brooding fire
Yeah.
level that it has to be in. And it's just really cool. Act One's version's really good as well, but Act Two's just there's
That
just a
two of the
little
bees things.
little bit more meat to it. So that's why I've gone for
Bit
that
more
one.
meat on the bone.
Yeah, and I could put about 20 songs from Sonic Generations as well. That's
Well, I mean,
60
they're
songs.
all the best levels of all the games, aren't they? So yeah, they're probably the best songs as well.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
there's no dud in Sonic Generations. So,
that's fair.
but I've kept it to
In
one
fact,
in this video.
did I get Sonic Generations? I think I did, didn't I? I did.
You might have on
Sure, I did.
Steam. You might have got it on Steam
Yeah. Oh
because
God, when I get my ROG Ally, I could be able to play it again on Steam.
you,
Yeah,
you need to be playing Sonic Generations, bro.
mate, I'll be playing some of that.
Getting re-released next month. Buzz it.
Well, the Shadow.
Yeah, with Shadow. Yeah, but it's Keanu now. He gets a little bit of props because he's Keanu Reeves.
Well, he doesn't. The movie version will.
Yeah, but he's still in Shadow in it, I guess.
So,
I'm he's,
Shadow.
I give him a little bit more sort of. I'll give him a bit of love now, just because Keanu's sort of
Is you kind of
part of
bumble?
his history now.
Okay.
Greatest actor of our
Oh,
generation.
I know. Speaking of awesome sidekicks, my next Mario one's from Yoshi's Island.
Controversial.
Super Mario. It was still technically a Mario song. It's Super Mario World 2,
Okay.
Yoshi's Island. It is the Flower Garden. This is a song that I will forever hum or have in my head.
Yeah. Just circulating.
Just circulating, yeah. It's just a happy, upbeat, thingy song, and yeah, I always often find myself just whistling it or just humming it or
Okay.
just, you know what I mean? It's a what do they call it? An earworm.
Earworm. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. And like I've not played this game in absolute yonks,
But it's still in your
but
head.
like, but it's still there.
Yeah.
It's always there. It's just a good song to whistle. It is a good song.
I
mean,
expect it to be doing the
you-
same in my head when I put it in the video. When I'm
Mhm.
doing all the editing, and I'm going to be
Yeah,
humming this all the way
it'll
through.
be in your head. Yeah, definitely. You actually you need to play. You've not played it, have you? Yoshi's Island.
Is it the one where Mario's a baby?
Yes.
I might have years ago, but like literally just giving it a play sort of thing.
It's such a hard game.
Okay.
It's so seeing trying to 100% like that game is absolutely fucking hard as nails. Because like you've got to collect 10 red coins, which are in the level. You've got to collect the 5 flowers, and then it's not like health. It's kind of like health. You have like little stars that you have to collect, and you can collect up to 30, and then it's like a timer. If you get hit, it goes down, and basically, and then that's when Baby Mario gets captured by the bad guys when it hits 0.
Okay.
And then you can replenish them. So you have to have 30 of them, the 5 flowers, and the 10 red coins. So essentially, you've got to get to the end of the level without being hit, and
Okay.
it's absolutely it is hard as nails. And I can see you playing it and just getting rage induced.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll consider it because I want to do like more retro games and stuff. Because
I mean, this is the best SNES game ever. Yoshi's Island, 100%. The best sounding, the best sounding, the best looking,
I'll be the judge of that, bro.
and it's probably like one of the toughest platformers going. Mm-hmm.
I will check it out.
You
I do want to do more retro stuff when I do
Yeah.
stream.
The only thing is
Wednesdays.
when you lose Mario and he cries, that's annoying as hell. His
Don't let it
biggest
happen.
cry. This cry is the most annoying. It's worse than the actual baby crying. It's worse than that.
Really?
So yeah. See when he like bounces to like the other end of the screen and you cannot get him. It's like 30 seconds of him crying. You just like. So. Yeah.
Well, if I do get round to it, I will make sure I don't.
Well, it's on the Nintendo Online, so you've got it there if you wanted.
Online. I don't know if I'm still subscribed to that. Am I?
I don't think you are. Not anymore.
No.
They're not playing Borderlands for a while.
I think I've chosen Game Pass over Nintendo Online
To be fair, that is
PlayStation Plus.
Ooh. Ooh, fuck. Dirty animal.
No, I'm saying I don't have it anymore because I can't afford it. Cost too
Oh,
much.
like, I'm going to say PlayStation Plus is shite, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
They were good at
Yeah.
giving you the free games every month, but it was like,
But those shite games.
yeah, not very often you
Most
got a
of
good
them.
game. I
Mm-hmm.
think when it first became a thing, you got some good games to get you going, and then it just became
Yeah. I mean, you've got the PlayStation Plus collection, which is like 10 really good games.
mm,
But they're 10 really good games from like the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So it's
yeah,
like
like early. I think your best one is like Bloodborne or something like that, and then there's
God of
nothing.
War, isn't it? I
There's
think
God
God
of
of
War
War is
there
one
as
of them.
well. Okay, well they get a pass on that one then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right, we're going back
No, back.
to Sonic Spinball, one
Oh,
of the greatest Sonic games in the world.
it is one of the
Oh, it
worst.
is amazing. It
Holy
is one of the
shite.
hardest. It is hard as
Mhm,
balls, Sonic Spinball, but
mhm,
it's so good.
mhm,
And I've
mhm.
gone for the Lava Powerhouse song. So the second
I have
level.
never been on it.
The second level in Sonic Spinball. See, that's how hard the game
I,
is.
I couldn't even get to the second level.
It's so cool, the theme. And it's
Can't.
like it just suits like the setting of the level. And
Mhm.
like when I listen to it properly, because this only made my list about an hour ago. Like just over an
Yes.
hour ago I added it in
Oh,
as a fifth choice.
good.
Because I was getting Boy Changed and I just plonked the Sonic playlist on that I've got. And this
Mhm.
came on and I was like, oh my god, I know this. Where do I know this from? And then it came into my head. But like, because there's so many sound effects and stuff and little things in Sonic Spinball that like you don't always hear the actual song.
Yeah, it's a very Mega Drive sounding game with the whole like
That,
dong, dong, and
yeah,
the, you know, all the
and that's my
chimes and
thing.
stuff.
That's my review basically for the Sonic Spinball soundtrack, and yeah, just
Mhm.
everything in general about the sounds. It is the most Mega Drive soundtrack in
Sounding
the
game.
world, and
It
I
is.
think that's
It
why I
is.
love it so much. Like they're not the best songs, but it's just the sound of them. It's so
Yeah, yeah.
grungy and nasty and
It's
horrible and
metallic.
metallic. Yeah.
Mhm.
And like Lava Powerhouse is one of the sort of there's only like 4 or 5 levels in the game, but it's like
I mean,
probably the standout. Like
yeah, I was playing it the other night, and like I don't even know how to get to the next level.
it's so good.
Like I got to a different area of the
Yeah.
first one, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and I died, and I went straight back to the first bit,
It
and I was like, I couldn't get back to it. I just didn't know what I was doing.
it is like the most complicated first level in any game ever. The amount of stuff you've got to do to get 3 emeralds and then fight the boss, which is also the most horrifying boss in the world. Have
That,
you?
that, that fucking shark thing or whatever kept coming out of the water and fucking
Oh
eating me.
yeah, the metal crocodile thing.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
actually seen the Robotnik boss in that first level?
No, no, I've never even got
It's
that far.
it's horrifying. It's proper
God.
horrifying because he's like I think he's like a spidery scorpion thing. Well, it's not actually him, but like it's a
No, but
thing that's
yeah.
made to look like him, and it's like a
Mm.
spidery scorpion thing. And whenever you actually hit it, it lets off like this screech,
Oh,
I wished it was a fart. It would be more entertaining. But like the idea is he's like a big head and a big body that doesn't move, and he's
mhm.
got like a tail that go like arches over his body. But there's a little gap that you can get Sonic in if you time it right. And then because it's
God.
Spinball, he just bounces about in him,
Oh,
and he
God.
just constantly lets off this horrifying screech. And it's like ear piercing and horrible. And when you're doing that, it's
So
constant.
like Baby Mario crying essentially.
This would I would be surprised if Baby Mario was worse than this. Because
You'll have to let me know which
Cause
one's worse.
yeah, because this is nightmare fuel. It is proper
Yeah, 'cause I
nightmare
mean,
fuel.
I will never get to that
Oh
first boss. It's so
yeah,
hard.
I don't blame you. It's such a hard game, but like I love Sonic Spinball, and this is probably the best song in the game,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
in your opinion,
In my
which is a good opinion.
It's a fairly decent opinion, I guess, because I know, I've played the odd Sonic game.
Number
Mario
4.
3? Number 4?
Right, yes, number 4. Yeah,
Is
there
it?
we go. So, yeah, it's number 4.
Ooh.
So I'm missing Mario 64. I'm missing Mario Sunshine, and I'm on Galaxy because it is the best soundtrack.
So your
It is,
last
it
two
is.
are both Galaxies.
They are both
You've
Galaxies.
got you've
Yes.
got no Super Mario 64, man.
Die Die Dots was the best song of Mario 64. That and maybe the Bowser theme.
No way, man. I've got a few
Yeah.
more that I'm gonna ping out if we do another
Mate, if
Mario one.
you do Boo's Haunted House, I will actually drive 300 miles down to you and slap you.
That's only like a sort of sound.
Well, it's nice. The
Oh, that's the actual merry-go-round bit, isn't it? Yeah, you got to get down for that theme to come on though.
Really, I actually hate that. And they use it in loads of stuff now as well.
I don't mind it. It's all right. It wouldn't make my list, but I don't mind it.
No. So yeah, so I am going for the Gusty Garden Galaxy.
Yes.
So that is you will hear the song and every content creator that does video game things
Okay.
has this song
Okay.
somewhere in the background. I mean the level itself is actually fucking really amazing.
Yeah.
It's like the dandelions where when they bloom and they go into the seeds and you can just like blow them.
Yeah.
Basically, the galaxy is you on one of them. You basically have to shake the remote for it to like get a gust of wind to blow it
Okay.
around, and you've got to go from them to them. Really good level, actually. But yeah, the song's amazing. Beautiful, sort of like orchestrally windpiped sort of song. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, everyone in the sun uses it for videos on YouTube.
Is there a particular reason that they all use that particular song?
It's not a very sort of like evasive song, if you know what I mean. Like it's not like if that was in the background now, it would just be quiet, nice in the background, sort of like because of the orchestralness. Whereas if you have like other songs, like video game songs and music in the background, some of it can be quite jarring. Like if there was like a Legend of Zelda one in the background, like and you're trying to watch a video and you've got that in the background, you've more focus on that. Because it's like a thingy song, whereas this, the song, but it's because it's such a light orchestral song, you don't really sort of like you recognize it, but you don't pay attention, if you know what I mean. It doesn't draw your attention away to what they're trying to do on the video. So yeah, but it's good. I mean, you need to get there first, obviously.
How far into the game is that level?
I don't remember, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
It's been that long since I've played Mario Galaxy.
I know. I do need to get back to it.
Maybe halfway. Maybe.
Big game, innit?
It is a big game. It's quite a big game.
I may or may not get to it one day.
You will get to it.
I would like to. Like, I've got no reason not to be able to like jump on it for like half an hour to an hour, like in bed, like last thing at night on the Switch.
Like a couple of galaxies each. In fact, I actually might play it. I might actually get and play it tonight.
Ooh.
I might do that.
Look what you're doing to yourself.
I know. Stop it now.
I was doing it earlier. Like a mate was texting me saying that he wants to get back into. He wants to finish a Souls game. He wants to finish a Dark Souls game before he's 30. I was like, oh, the best of that, chief. Because he's like tried all of them, gives up after a few hours.
Yep.
But then like he was like asking me, oh, if I do play one again, which one should I go for? What should I play? And I'm like, if you really have to play one of them, just go for Demon Souls because it's the easiest one.
I've still got that. It's still
honestly, if you're gonna play one of them, I would suggest Demon Souls because if you can get through Demon Souls, you can then get through the others.
I mean, if if those Star Wars Jedi Survivor and Outcast
They're
games
basically
are very similar,
yeah.
then I might stand a chance
Yeah.
because I'm not too bad at them.
Yeah, and that's the thing that is the beauty of Souls games. Like they can make you feel like you're the most worthless, useless video game player in the world, and then you beat like that one boss that you took 30 attempts to beat, and you sort of go, "Fuck, I actually did all right then. I was pretty sound. I beat that guy, and he pummeled me 29 other times." And it's like when you finish a Souls game, it's like, "Fuck, I need to do the next one now." Like I've conquered that one. I want to conquer the rest.
Don't start me on this road, please.
Yeah, so like because he got me talking like that in text, I was like, oh, I really want to play a Souls game now.
I mean, you were doing Elden Ring, weren't you?
I was doing Elden Ring through. I was enjoying that actually. I was really enjoying that. But like, I wasn't getting no views. So like, I need to be playing something that's getting me views.
That's true.
I gave it about 4 or 5 attempts. So I've got a save on the go now if I do jump back on it.
No, that's true. Anyway. You've always got something to go back to. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I was actually doing a really good run as well.
Yeah.
I was actually quite happy with my progress. Right, we're sticking with the Sega Mega Drive.
Okay.
And we're going to Sonic 3D.
Oh, I don't know them. I don't know them.
3D.
3D.
Yeah.
Ugh, the third dimension type.
I think in America it's called Sonic 3D Blast. Over here we got Sonic 3D Flicky's Island.
Flicky's Island, yes.
It is not a great game.
It's not
really not great.
No.
Again, I'm slightly biased because it was just one of the Sonic games I owned as a kid, and I still played it even though it wasn't great. But a large reason I played it was because it is probably the most underrated Sonic soundtrack. Like, there's maybe a couple of levels that are not amazing songs, but the songs that are really good are like really good.
Really good.
So I've gone for Diamond Dust Act 2, the snowy level. It's just like it's like Sonic and Knuckles and Sonic Generations and that Act 1 and Act 2 have the same song but they're different. And like Act 2's is just a little bit more, not intense, but it's just there's a little bit more to it. Like Act 1, Diamond Dust Act 1 is it's just quite a jolly sounding, 3D Sonic is just roaming about in the sun, beating up snowmen and collecting birdies and throwing.
Speaking with flickies.
Yeah, he's just messing about with his flickies, and then Act 2, it's like it gets a bit more
flicking his
flickies. Act 2 is just there's a little bit more oomph to it, and it's just it's a cool tune. There's like a really
more
cool
gravitas
song. Yeah, and it's one of the levels I actually enjoy playing in the game as well because of the look of it, the snowy. You didn't get anything like that really back in the day, whatever it was, 94, I think Flicky's Island was.
Yeah.
Like I've got a soft spot for Sonic 3D. Like it's got the easiest special stage, so you can collect all the emeralds within like 3 levels. It's so easy, which is actually an alright tune as well. It's got one of the coolest Robotnik boss themes. The later levels are really hard though. It becomes hard as balls, that game. Like the last couple levels. I think I only ever finished it like 2 or 3 times when I was a kid. And I played it a lot because it's all I had. But
I mean that's it, is it? I mean that's the game you have. That's the game you have.
Yeah, and you can't help but still enjoy it even when it's not great. Like I'll never sit here and say Sonic 3D is an amazing game. You guys don't know what you're talking about. It's not great. It's not. Sonic's not even fast in it. You can't even be fast. But the actual
go mediocre.
But it's impressive what they managed to accomplish.
What they could do on the Mega Drive.
Yeah, on the Mega Drive, So I give it love, and I'm giving it more love now by picking a song from it. And
there you go.
Definitely be more down the line if we do volumes 3+. The final picks.
Right. Final one.
Countdown.
And The hardest level in the game.
Ooh.
Bowser Galaxy Reactor. And
Reactor.
it's
That's me
yeah,
reacting to the reactor.
you reacting to the reactor. That's very good.
Oh.
Oh, it was it's definitely one of the hardest levels in the game, and it is. I'm trying to and can't really explain it to you, but basically, yeah, you've got to disable a reactor, and it's like the level is full of lasers, and because of the different gravities in Mario Galaxy, you're like having to like jump and try and like invert the gravity to land at the top of the screen, whilst also avoiding lasers. And it's all very like space, sort of like beep up beep boop sort of thing, And then the lasers make the noises, the sound effect noises, and it all kind of like just intertwines with the song, and it's
Okay.
just it's like it would be an amazing boss level game, like levels music
Mm-hmm.
in any game, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's not. It's just a normal
It's
level.
just the level music.
It's just a
Okay.
level, but it would be really good boss music.
Mm.
So yeah,
That'll
again,
be the
you've got to
judge.
get there. You've got to get there to appreciate it. But the
Okay.
challenge mode on that level is like, yeah, to get the hundred, is it 100 coins on it, and yeah, it's just at least the music was good enough to keep you going. That's the thing.
So
Hmm.
that's going to be my sort of motivation, I think, for actually giving this game another go.
Hmm.
Is I want to hear the soundtrack as well. I want to be able to
Yeah,
listen because
yeah,
everyone
yeah.
there was like just a random reel, I think, or YouTube short, whatever, that came
Hmm.
up, and it was when I was doing research for the first one, and I think I
Hmm.
just put in best Mario songs just so I could see what the
Yeah, yeah,
consensus
yeah,
was,
yeah, yeah.
and it was just this fella going through his favorite soundtracks rather than tracks.
Hmm.
And he said, like, hands down, Galaxy is like the best. Like,
Oh,
nothing comes close to,
yeah, 100%.
no other Mario game comes close to Galaxy. So I
But
was like,
in terms of soundtrack and also in terms of the actual game,
hmm,
like I've always said Galaxy's my favorite game
yeah,
easily. So yeah, I agree with that man.
okay, well done,
Person,
man. I do not know who
Shem,
you are for to credit you.
anything, guy, girl, boy, whatever.
I believe
I
he was
don't
bald with a goatee and was not Stone Cold Steve Austin because he was a bit meatier, but not the good meat.
know. Not good.
No, bit more
I'm trying to think
podginess.
of a pun, but I can't really fit anything in with Stone Cold. More like sausage cold. Anyways.
Accurate.
Right. The
No,
last Sonic of the day.
the last Sonic of the day. I've
Mhm.
saved the best for last out of these five. Because,
Is it Metal Sonic?
no, it's not Metal Sonic. Because I substituted that for Stardust Speedway.
Fair enough.
So, this is the only Sonic song which can probably compete with Starlight Zone for me. This is the only other one that's like,
Oh,
it's this or that. If you just tell me which
okay.
is best Sonic song, it's this or that.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
it is either Starlight Zone or it's Sky Sanctuary from Sonic and Knuckles. Which is
Nice
like
entry. Yeah.
the
Ding,
most
ding,
amazing sounding song
mhm,
on any Mega Drive game, like ever.
mhm.
It's like such a,
Whoa. Whoa. It is not better than Michael Jackson Beat It on
oh, don't
Moonwalker.
even go there, bro. Don't even
Oh,
go there. Don't even go
no, you
there.
made me pop like Hulk Hogan and start tearing my shirt off.
Oh no, it is. It's I
It's a good song, though. It's a really
I
good song,
find it
to be fair.
difficult that there's anything better than it on the Mega Drive, but it's like I think it just suits that portion of the game as well. Like you get through like the lava reef, and then it's all gloomy and da da da, and then you go through the hidden palace where you go through. It's almost like a Sonic the Hedgehog cutscene, like Mega Drive cutscene, where it's basically where Knuckles realizes he's been, duped by Dr. Robotnik, and he takes the Master Emeralds from him, and then Knuckles helps Sonic get to the Sky Sanctuary to chase Robotnik, and then it goes from super gloomy to this really upbeat sort of song, and you're in the clouds, and it just looks amazing, and it's such a what's the word? Is it like juxtaposing or whatever, where it's like you're down here, down in the dumps, and then you're up here in the clouds, and it's so buzzing. But then you get through this one act, this one amazing, probably the best level in the game. And then you end up back in like gloomy territory of you're in the Death Egg. Then you're in the final level, and it's Bum City again. But like, also a really cool song though. Death Egg's a really cool song.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's just Sky Sanctuary is just a magical little tune. It's the only one that competes with Starlight for me.
We will have to put it out to a vote.
Sky Sanctuary, Starlight.
Let the people decide.
I know. All two of them can vote, and it will be you and I.
Yes. And you'll be one and I'll be the other.
Yeah. 50-50. But yeah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I can do these all day long.
I know.
We'll obviously do a different one next week. We'll do different lists.
Oh.
Do you want to decide on one now, or are we going to work on it through the week?
I have no idea. I can't know. Maybe we can find a list.
Okay.
We could find a list and do what we did with the top 100. No, not 100, but I mean the top 100 video games. You could find someone else's list,
and we can
ridicule.
Yeah.
I've added
that video into. I've made a List Me Baby playlist for Slothfox, and it's all the ones. It's all the List Me Babies that we did.
Yeah.
But then also the ones that were the List Me Babies before List Me Babies. So like WTF merch was one of them.
Yes.
The top 100 video games.
Still one of my favorite videos of all time.
The best soundtracks, best cover arts. They were basically List Me Babies, weren't they? Before.
Yeah.
We got started. So I've put all them in a playlist, and I wanna go through them and pick out like little bits and try and do little videos from it, because they were good videos. We enjoyed doing them. That WTF merch was just bloody funny as well.
I know, the whole thing.
We'll do that again. We'll do 10 more merch or something.
Okay, cool.
That would be funny. That would be funny.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do 5. We'll just pick 5 like we are doing. So I quite like just picking 5 each. Makes 10. Happy days.
Makes 10 and it makes it easy. Yeah,
that's good maths. We're good at maths. But there we go. We now have 20 songs. Is that my maths? That's my maths.
That is good maths. That is your maths.
20 songs. 10 Sonic, 10 Mario for people to listen to. So if you didn't see the other 10, then check out the other video.
You get the rest of them.
I actually managed to put it out this evening. So
I know. I was waiting last night. You messaged me. I'll do it when I get home. Like, oh, great.
Yeah, I didn't manage to. I managed to upload it last night, but I couldn't put all the gubbins, the descriptions, and I needed to do a thumbnail and blah blah blah. So I had to do all that.
20 past 10. I'm like in my bed, falling asleep. Like, oh, I need to watch this video.
I probably could have just sent you the link and you could have just watched it as it was, but
there you go.
Turf titties, you get to enjoy it now.
We're gonna have to wait a week for this one now. Thanks, pal.
No, I should be able to get this one done sooner because I'm not going to be away in Bristol this time. Yay!
That's fair.
I might actually get a chance. Right.
Awesome.
Cheers, bro.
No one bit the dust.
We did good. We're 2 videos down. 2 List Me Babies down on this channel.
We're getting back in the groove.
Oh yeah, we're getting there.
Although I do need to buy a laptop or something because I cannot hold my phone up in my arms 40 minutes every time now. Jesus Christ!
Just get yourself a little tripod thing. You can get like a Diddy tripod for a phone, can't you?
Yeah, no, but then it'll be down here, and you can see my man tits.
Get one that extends.
It won't be the only thing extended.
Oh no, we're gonna get going before things get really rude.
It's all going blue. Right. Bye
Get
bye.
following, get subscribing. Cheers, bro.
See you later.
Love you,
Bye.
bro.